So congratulations, you've just bought your new puppy home. You're enjoying each other's company and happily observing the new member of your family as they bound around your house, probably destroying it. You may be wondering what steps you need to take to ensure that they grow into a healthy and obedient dog. So tell me, Dr. Richard, what vaccinations do puppies need?
Most puppies are going to need the parvo, distemper, hepatitis.
Yes.
Kennel cough,
yep.
Pretty common, sort of like dog flu. And up here we vaccinate for lepto as well, which is spread by rats.
Ew.
It's a pretty awful one actually.
Yes.
And a lot of dogs will vaccinate for tetanus as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a few in there. Yeah, so look, it might be, 3 to 4 visits to the vets, each, couple of weeks apart. It's pretty standard.
So they come in. Like, how often does it happen? It's like 6 weeks they get their first one?
It is different for different dogs.
Okay.
And often, when let's say you first get a dog, they've already had their first vaccination. That might have been at 6 weeks, 8 weeks. It might have been what's called a C3 or a C3 with kennel cough. But they'll be vaccinated for different things at different times.
Okay.
And so we'll basically, every vet's going to just tailor a good plan for your dog.
So it depends on the size and the breed as to what you're going to vaccinate them for.
As well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big one. I had a dog in just today who likes to eat rats. So, sorry, it's disgusting. Cut it out if you need to.
No, it's fine. Just hopefully you didn't choke on your Cocoa Pops right now.
Sorry. But, that dog, we've got to be onto the lepto vaccine.
Yeah.
Because lepto is spread by rats.
Yes, and lepto's really bad for dogs, isn't it?
Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
The majority won't survive treatment. It's very bad.
Yeah. So how often then, so moving on from the vaccinations, how often do puppies need to be wormed? Because, we've all seen a dog doing the old carpet butt trick.
Yeah, sure.
And the kids,
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah, until they're about 3 months.
Okay.
Right. Then it's about every month.
Okay.
Until they're 6 months.
Okay.
Then it's about every 3 months.
After that for life.
After that. So we kind of start off
worming them a lot.
Worming pretty intensively. Particularly some of these dogs, they might be born with a significant worm burden.
Okay.
So they can actually be born and on day one be full of worms. Because the worms have migrated
through mother
in utero.
Ah.
Yeah. And so that's why we worm them so, I guess you'd say, intensively when they're young.
Okay.
And worming's particularly important if you've got particularly young kids in the household, because every time the dogs defecate, if they've got worms, they're going to be dropping eggs, okay? And those eggs can, if we go in the soil where their dogs have been, we can ingest the eggs.
And then we get the same worms as the dogs.
Get the same worms. They can actually travel through our skin.
Nice, so they come out.
Lightning bolts up the skin.
Oh, do they come out?
I don't know. It's a human doctor question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think they.
So then you can catch worms from your dogs.
Absolutely.
And your cats.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So it's good to worm.
Good to worm,
particularly when they're young.
So do you need to worm your kids at the same time? That must be a doctor question I have to ask.
I would. Yeah,
you would. Okay.
Yeah. As a vet, I worm myself every few months. It's a gross thing to talk about, but. Absolutely.
Hope that you're choking on your Cocoa Pops again.
And wash your hands a lot.
After you've been playing with them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best barrier. Just wash your hands all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good for everything, really, washing your hands.
Absolutely.
So what about heartworm? Because that's different worming altogether. So they were gut worms that we're talking about.
Absolutely, yes. So sorry, I kind of didn't specify that. So those are intestinal worms, but heartworm is still a parasite, but it's spread by mosquitoes.
Ah.
So it's not normally the fecal oral route that we're talking about with intestinal worms, So because it's spread by mosquitoes, even if your dog is in a very kind of isolated environment, there's still a potential for infestation there.
Okay.
Yeah. But look, it's not as common as intestinal worms. But, we'll treat it a few times a year, and it's pretty bloody bad if you get it.
Yeah, so it's more dangerous than probably intestinal worms. Would that be right for a pet?
No adult dog's really going to die from intestinal worms.
No.
If they've had a couple of worms here and there, they're not going to kill you.
No.
Slight chance they might be beneficial in certain numbers.
Yes.
But heartworm is only damaging. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and even after we treat it, because the heartworm gets injected from a mosquito, courses through your bloodstream, eventually sets up in your heart. And you actually end up with permanent damage to your heart and permanent damage to your lungs as well.
Wow.
And that's even if we cure the infection. So it's a pretty nasty one. Yeah.
So with, mosquitoes being quite prolific up here in North Queensland, heartworm's really important.
Yeah. And certainly, look, anecdotally, I mean, we're seeing more of it than what we were seeing, let's say, 5 years ago.
Yes.
Look,
and that's an annual injection too, isn't it?
Yeah,
or
that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, there's chewables, I think, isn't it?
That's right, monthly chewables.
Or the injection.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. The benefit of the injection is that it's, you just know you're covered for that year.
Yes.
Yeah, the monthly chewables, if you give them every month at the exact same time, they are just as effective.
Yes.
But
we're busy people. Just get the injection.
We're busy. Yeah. Well, we've done compliance studies on the tablets, and it's pretty abysmal how bad compliance.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking like 45% failure rates. Effective compliance.
And you have to give it at the same time. It's much like taking the pill.
Yeah, I assume.
Ladies, you wouldn't know. But just say yes, Bree.
Yes, Bree. Sounds plausible.
If you miss it, big trouble.
Probably bigger, actually.
Yeah, probably bigger. And then there's obviously a tick and flea prevention as well, which is monthly.
That's right. I mean,
or 3 monthly.
Out of any prevention, vaccines, heartworm, worming. I mean, it's obviously really good to do all of them, right? But I mean, tick prevention is your main one. And you should have good tick prevention. I mean, ticks will kill more pets than anything we vaccinate for or prevent. Pretty much anything else combined.
Wow.
To kill more pets. And so the monthly chewables are excellent. There are new monthly, 3 and 6 monthly spot-ons coming out. They're not out yet, but they should be just as effective as the monthly tablets or the 3 monthly tablets. But your vets will always recommend the best
for your pet.
Nice. Yeah.
So what about toilet training? Any little tips there for a puppy?
Yeah, good question. Look, it's challenging. And it does depend a little bit on the dog.
So but they say not to rub their face in it or to... No, it's just to ignore when they do the wrong thing and put them where they should be doing for the right thing.
Yeah. I mean,
much like your children.
Yeah.
If they're peeing in the corner.
So, I mean, in terms of principles, right, you want to reward them when they do the right thing very quickly.
Yes.
Within about 5 seconds, ideally. Otherwise, they won't necessarily draw the association between the reward and the action.
Okay.
So what you want to do, let's say you got a dog, take them outside every hour or two.
Yes.
Particularly after they've eaten or after they're drunk. Take them outside straight away. And as soon as they do their business on the lawn, you have that treat ready to go and big song and dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say they're in the act of
doing the wrong thing
inside. Then, look, to be fair, a bit of discipline then and there is probably, they will draw the association. And it's probably acceptable. But I wouldn't obviously harm them or anything.
No.
But if it's something like a smack on the bum or a small pinch and a firm no, they'll get the idea that they're not meant to do it.
Okay.
So, as long as they're not like a particularly fearful dog and there's no issues with, fear, anxiety, or fear aggression, that's probably acceptable in most circumstances as well. So.
Because I did have puppy preschool, and they did say they just get sneaky about it then as well if they get in trouble.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, dogs we can underestimate them sometimes. Yeah.
Now, what about obedience training? When should they start doing that?
I mean, look, personally, I would start obedience training 4 to 6 weeks of age.
Wow, okay, pretty much from straight away from you get that puppy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, they're not going to be great at it at that age, but what you're going to train into them psychologically, by doing that, is that, you're the one who gives the commands and they're the one that takes them. Because this is a really critical time for their development in terms of
who's the boss,
where they see themselves in that hierarchy. And the canine hierarchies are kind of fluid, but you still want to make sure you're at the top somewhere.
Yes. Somewhere.
So, yeah, right.
Not at the bottom of the bed, people.
No, you don't want that.
No.
So look, it's a great time to start it. Absolutely, the sooner the better.
And what about desexing? What age?
Look, most pets 4 to 6 months is good.
Yes.
Okay? there are some exceptions to that rule, particularly larger breed dogs. Okay, let's say you've got a male large breed dog and they're just a good dog. Like, they're not aggressive, they're not dominant aggressive, they're not jumping the fence and getting out to, you know, finding girls down the road and stuff. And you know, because they're a large breed dog, they're quite prone to developing, you know, hip dysplasia, cruciate injury once they're older, elbow issues. And there is emerging evidence that desexing them at a later age is a bit better for their bones.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and in some cases, significantly better. You know?
Okay.
So I think, you know, for particularly large breed dogs, we have to weigh up the kind of cost of leaving them entire for longer, and that, okay, there's a risk there they're going to become dominant aggressive or develop antisocial behavior, they'll hump things or escape, or, you know. But if they're good dogs, then you're probably better off desexing those kind of later.
Okay.
But again, this is something that
Breed by breed, talk to your vet.
yeah, the vets will kind of tailor for you.
Yes.
Yeah. But most pets, 4 to 6 months is a good ballpark.
Now, Cairns Veterinary Clinic also has a Platinum Paws Club. Tell me a little bit about that.
So if you get your pet's vaccines done with us, we will give you 15% off the retail for, you know, food and like tick prevention and heartworm injections, dentistry, give you free worming tablets.
I think it's 50% off puppy preschool as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, discounts on puppy preschool. Yeah,
and discounts with their desexing and all that sorts of things as well.
I think so.
Yeah. We'll put it in the notes. So your day-to-day life is guaranteed to be brightened with a puppy in your household. If you look after them, they will reward you with lots of love. Did you know there is no age limit at the Cairns Veterinary Clinic's Platinum Paws Club? So you can sign up when your furry friend is just a puppy and enjoy the benefits right from the start, or now if your pet is a little bit older. So check out everything the Cairns Veterinary Clinic has to offer for your new puppy. You'll love it.